Oh, really? I'm not gonna say I disagree with you, but I'm all about giving the advice that people will listen to, and saying, telling boys to stay away from the women with the fat asses. I don't know how productive that would be, or like, yo, don't have sex with a woman unless you plan on making her the mother of your kids or something. Like, I don't know how productive that is versus like, yo, always use condoms, and beyond that, like, understand the difference between the type of woman that you bust down and the type of woman that you actually plan a family with, and also like be balanced. You don't have to like go and get married at 18 and and call it a day, but at the same time, um don't be so worried about women. I think that there's a balance there that like kids will actually listen to, because if you I fear if we tell them stay away from the women with the fat asses and the pretty faces and straight just go and be a family man from the rip, I don't know if they'll actually listen to that. I think they'll probably be like, yo man, I ain't doing that. I'm gonna just go and do the opposite. So what you think about that?
That's
Yeah,
not what
yeah,
he said, though, G.
I think you're thinking for them, right? I think you're thinking for them, and I think you're. Well, let me just say this. I'm just saying in real time, because I'm on this tear right now. Because I think we think all black men and all black communities got to be aligned. Some of y'all in Dallas, some of y'all in LA, some of y'all in West Coast, some of y'all in Midwest. I'm telling you, I'm concerned about Roseland. I'm talking about Southside Chicago, Roseland. That's the only thing I could concentrate on. I can't concentrate on anything outside of Roseland. And as long as the boys that I talk to and the young bloods that I talk to inside of Roseland are willing to hear what I say, and not every one of them are hearing it. Not every one of them. I can't control them cats that's still gonna say, yo, I'm going off after the fatty and finna bust down whatever whoop de whoop. Yo, fam, I'm really, hey, yo, dope. I'm really trying to talk to the cats that want to hear what I'm saying. Because I've been there, done that. And I'm not trying to play Superman, put my cape on, fam. I can't. Right? So the young bloods that want to hear, and you know what we miss a lot of times, though? We so busy focused on the cats that's acting up that we miss the young bloods that's doing everything straight to the T. We miss them. So they don't get none of our attention. They don't get none of our enforcement, or they don't get none of our celebration. That's why I like what Hink do with his son. Right? I love what he do because he highlights, celebrate him, so on and so forth. And so, yeah, it's gonna be some cats, some young bloods that's gonna go out there and they gonna bust them down or whatever. I can't control that. That's what they doing. But the cats that I am talking to, that I do have influence with, that are under my covering because I'm part of the village and they part of my community, them are the ones I'm responsible for, and them the only ones I'm concerned with, fam.
Well, love.
Go ahead, 1970.
All right, let's try this again. Can everybody hear me now?
Yes, sir.
All right, it's good. Hey, so first of all, shout out to folks I've never met here before. JR, Bohing, there you go, Bougie, William F., Monte. Hey, talking about to my man, Chicago. What's good? Council of OGs, represent. So I appreciate at least getting the time to come up here. But going back to, I guess, where all this stems around with the kids beating up the mother and the children, this is something that you see that is different today based on where we are as far as standards. So for those of us born for Generation X, born between 65 and 1980, there was a standard that came with us, which was men were respected, women were virtuous, and children did not speak until spoken to. Nod your head if you know what I'm talking about. All right, so this is that level of thing that we had growing up. We knew that if it was something we did at the street at 4:30 and Miss Jenkins saw, by the time 7 o'clock rolled around, we got home, mama knew about it. Now, these are things that we could report on back then, that we could put 10 toes down that if we did something out of line, somebody knew about it. But again, that's the level of standards that we see that's lacking nowadays. We don't have this, we'll say community, we'll say it properly, community. We don't have this aspect of understanding that we don't make citizens anymore. But when you talk about the concept of citizens, it's the thing of blacks talking about, well, where are we as far as blacks? Where are we as far as united? We still are a diaspora. All right. Black folks, we don't stand on our own. But when you see something like this, when we are jumping our own to include with her children, what's going on? What have we lost here as far as continuity? Now, can anyone think of a time where this type of behavior happened when we were kids, where you actually had children bold enough to jump an adult to include with their kids? You didn't see that. But that's what we're dealing with right now in this particular society. It's no longer what we grew up with, but it's what we've changed to. It's when we look at where we are right now. We are not the black folks that we were in 1965 or before that, where they had to go out and get rights, dogs, water hoses. We saw a narrative back there where folks stood with each other. Now we can't even have a black person from Africa who is still black, who is mistreated, stand next to us because we see them as immigrants. That's the problem that I see. But I'll go ahead and land my plane right there.
Yeah, I like that. Go ahead, Bo.
I definitely agree. Now, I am definitely the person that will call out when traditions should just go on ahead and die. But this is not one of those. There was something that our parents had that was right about that. That you get home and you do all of the mischievous things and you think your mama don't know because she at work, but as soon as she come home, she know exactly what happened. We need that. We need the women who would bend down in your face and give you a good old Claire Huxtable read real quick because she know that your mama would never put up with the things that you were doing. We need that level of people in your business still. Now the whole belt to ass thing, I think that there are far more creative ways we can parent better than teaching our children that assaulting them is the way to go. Because all too often we do not use words enough while we are putting belt to ass. So children don't know nothing but I don't want to get hit. And my mama will be the first to tell you, ain't no whooping gonna stop me from doing nothing. Not a one thing. So we do need to change that up a little bit. But there are a lot of things about the traditional parenting that Gen X went through that we could use right now because these parents are lazy. We are the millennials and some of the Gen Xers are parenting from a place of trauma. Like I didn't like this when I was a kid, so I ain't gonna do this to my child. Certain things are going to have to be done. There are certain things that your children are going to have to experience and go through that you are going to put them through for the sake of keeping them safe. That just has to happen. You didn't like it, but you are here right now today and you are well. And hopefully you ain't been to jail. We need to bring back some of those traditional parenting styles. And we do need to update it so that it is not rooted in like I'm not going to use my words. Do what I say because I told you so. No explanation, no guidance. Just do as I say. So, yeah, I agree with that.